This is truly captivating. Satoshi Kusama has recently released a substantial update. Furthermore, this could drive new investors to Shiba Inu. This is truly significant and could potentially eliminate a few zeros from the Shiba Inu price in the near future. The following is the most peculiar aspect. This was also substantiated by a single analyst, who provided the precise dates of the upcoming Shiba Inu rally. It is closer than we anticipate. What is transpiring? Additionally, how did Satoshi Kusama recently rescue Shiba Inu? Well, allow me to elaborate. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Satoshi Kusama abruptly returned and delivered an extraordinary statement. He abruptly returned with not just one, but multiple significant updates after a period of complete silence that seemed to last an eternity. Also, one of them is quite deranged. Therefore, acquire this item. He is implementing a point system to assess Shiba Inu owners. Indeed, a point system. This is a unique feature of no other meme coin. It is entirely novel. This alone is extremely optimistic, as it has the potential to pique the interest of new investors, particularly those who are currently observing the situation. And if that occurs, the price could certainly experience some upward pressure. However, please refrain from proceeding. Let us first examine the potential impact of this on the price of Shiba Inu before we delve into the more exciting details he has disclosed. Presently, we are experiencing a measure of rebound. The price has recently increased sufficiently to negate the decline that occurred earlier this week. It is quite encouraging, is it not? And this is where the situation becomes even more intriguing. Shiba Inu may be on the brink of something significant, according to a market analyst who has been closely monitoring the situation. The Elliott trend structure was employed by this analyst to provide a recent breakdown. In essence, it is a pattern that aids in the prediction of the movement of prices over time. Shiba Inu has been adhering to this upward trajectory since its inception, according to his analysis. Do you recall the significant increase in 2021 when it reached its all-time high? Sure, that was located at the very summit of the channel. Subsequently, the cost has been fluctuating and adjusting, forming what he refers to as a classic wave pattern. In the event that this unfolds as he anticipates, we may be confronted with a game that is significantly larger than its current state, potentially surpassing the previous highest high and aiming for levels that would garner significant attention. So, the bullish chart setup in conjunction with this update from Satoshi is causing a significant increase in the level of excitement surrounding Shiba Inu. So, what has actually transpired? Satoshi Kusama, the enigmatic individual responsible for numerous high-profile Shiba Inu stunts, has finally disclosed his intentions. Additionally, it is referred to as the karma system. He disclosed the information in a recent podcast with Shadowhunter, another critical developer in the ecosystem. In all honesty, this may be one of the most intelligent revisions the project has ever undergone. What is karma, exactly? Kusama and Shadowhunter have proposed that it will function as a trust measure for individuals who are engaged in the Shiba Inu community. Consider the manner in which eBay evaluates merchants according to their honesty and dependability. However, rather than solely focusing on the sale of merchandise, this score is indicative of your engagement with various components of the Shiba Inu environment, such as the metaverse or Shiba Swap. Shadowhunter articulated it in a manner that was exceedingly lucid. He stated that karma is similar to one's digital reputation. The more authentic and engaged you are in the environment, the greater your karma will be. Additionally, it is not merely a vanity number. This score will be of genuine significance. It will demonstrate your credibility. Over time, it may also affect your access to features or early benefits. Additionally, Kusama addressed an extremely significant matter. He emphasized that the cryptocurrency industry is rife with schemes and unscrupulous actors. Additionally, these are mere realities. Currently, the majority of crypto communities are characterized by a lack of transparency regarding their members. That is altered by karma. It establishes a degree of accountability in an environment that has historically been somewhat chaotic and anonymous. That is a significant amount. This is the point at which holders experience the most excitement. This is not merely an enjoyable community resource, it has the potential to significantly enhance the image and value of Shiba Inu. Initially, it lends credibility to the endeavor. Shiba Inu is no longer merely a meme coin. It is beginning to resemble a platform that is both innovative and functional, and that prioritizes and safeguards its users. Serious investors are particularly fond of this type of material. Additionally, contemplate the potential consequences. When individuals experience a sense of security and engagement with an endeavor, they are more inclined to remain involved. They participate. Newcomers are naturally inquisitive. This results in an increase in activity and volume. And yes, that typically implies an increase in price and movement. A new tide of trust and excitement could be generated by karma if it fulfills its intended purpose, propelling Shiba Inu into a completely new realm. Furthermore, we are not merely discussing a minor blip. If sufficient support is garnered, this could undeniably be the type of action that contributes to the reduction of some of the zeros in the cost. Therefore, karma may appear to be a spiritual and tranquil concept. However, in the Shiba Inu community, it has the potential to be the beginning of something truly significant. People are suddenly becoming extremely optimistic about Shiba Inu. The atmosphere in the community is rapidly changing. Additionally, this is the most thrilling aspect. One analyst even went so far as to predict the exact moment at which Shiba Inu could begin to reduce some of the zeros from its price. Yes, you are correct. A timeline is currently in circulation. These predictions are not merely arbitrary estimates. We are discussing analysts and platforms that are widely followed and are seriously considering the potential future of the Shiba Inu, both in the immediate term, such as before this bull run concludes, and in the long term. For instance, an analyst named Michael predicted that the price of Shiba Inu could increase significantly by the conclusion of this cycle last year. Another analyst, who specializes in charting, reiterated that same number shortly thereafter, suggesting that the conclusion of the current year could be the occurrence. Even prominent members of the Shiba Inu society are experiencing it. Shiba Bezos, one of the most vocal backers, recently discussed 5 distinct price projections, and even the most conservative of these was significantly higher than the current market price. Some individuals are even envisioning dreams that are significantly more ambitious. We are discussing targets that have the potential to transform regular investors into millionaires if they are held for an extended period. And indeed, that has garnered the attention of a significant number of individuals. Consequently, when is it feasible for Shiba Inu to achieve those figures? The foremost inquiry is that, as a result, a few prominent companies, including Telegram and Chanjali, as well as AI tools such as Grok and ChatGPT, have attempted to estimate timelines. At present, the Shiba Inu is trading at an extremely low price, necessitating a substantial increase in order to achieve the initial price milestone that is being pursued. We are discussing a multiple of over 15 in order to achieve the initial bullish objective. Additionally, what about increasing the altitude? That would be an entirely different level. Consider the thousands of %. Certain platforms, such as Chanjali, are exercising caution. They anticipate that it may not be until early 2031 before Shiba Inu prices begin to approach the initial price target, and the larger breeds may require significantly more time. However, not all individuals concur. Telegram's perspective is considerably more optimistic. They are implying that the Shiba Inu could achieve that initial goal in a matter of years, possibly around 2028, and potentially increase its height in the years that follow. Naturally, these are merely predictions. Nothing can be predicted with absolute precision about the future. However, the significance of this is as follows. The mere fact that these discussions are taking place is significant. It demonstrates the continued interest and conviction in Shiba Inu. The sentiment is changing regardless of whether it is expressed by analysts, AI models, or enthusiastic holders. There is an authentic energy, and if momentum continues to accumulate, particularly in light of the karma system's ability to foster greater trust and value. It could potentially generate the type of price shift that elevates this cryptocurrency to unprecedented heights. Therefore, it is possible that the zeros will not disappear tomorrow. However, with the current state of affairs, the prospect of reaching those higher pricing points is no longer as distant as it once was. And to substantiate the prevailing rumors, a single analyst has recently identified 3 significant factors that suggest a Shiba Inu rally is imminent. Initially, the combustion rate has accelerated to an unprecedented degree. Millions of tokens have been expended in a mere 24 hours, resulting in a nearly 20-fold increase. The majority of this stemmed from a single enigmatic transaction. Then there is Shibarium. The network has experienced a significant increase in activity, with millions of transactions occurring on a daily basis. It is reducing fees, expediting processes, and facilitating the burning of additional tokens. According to prominent figures such as Jeremy Da Vinci, the popularity of the Shiba Inu could experience a significant increase if actual applications and use cases are introduced to Shibarium. Therefore, it is a tight call. Lastly, we have exchange balance transactions. A greater number of individuals are withdrawing their tokens from exchanges, which typically indicates that they are intending to retain them for an extended period. Less selling pressure, favorable sign, and decreased supply on exchanges. In conclusion, the Shiba Inu is no longer solely relying on publicity. The karma system is fostering genuine trust within the environment. The burn rate is surging, Shibarium is gathering momentum, and there are numerous bullish predictions, all of which suggest that something significant is imminent. Additionally, Satoshi Kusama has returned. Shiba Inu may be on the brink of a significant breakthrough if this momentum persists. And yes, I may even be prepared to eliminate some of those zeros. However, what is your perspective on this matter? Comment in the space provided below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.